Look at that. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hey, how you doing? I got two of the main men right here. This is Duncan Ramon Echevarria, and this is
Seamus Tolley.
Seamus Tolley, and this is
Michael Striegel. Morning.
He's so formal. Mike the Man Striegel. Jesus Christ, and Seamus the Irishman. I tell you, what he said in the mother tongue, I'm saying good morning and have a cup of coffee. Mike, what are you drinking?
Nothing now. I finished it.
Sweepies is what he was drinking. Sweepies or sweeps or something. I forgot.
Something, club soda.
A club soda, because you need to cleanse the palate.
Yes. Yes.
Well, listen, I know that the cameras over there, this is a brand new format. I hope everybody enjoys this. I hope it all comes out well. This is what you call those pilot episodes.
Something like that, yeah.
Minus all the action and adventure and everything that happens. Not a joke, but a Cuban, an Irishman, and a German walk into a cigar bar. Holy shit. I kid you not. It's about to be on. This show is not sponsored. I just said not sponsored by Cards Against Humanity, the bigger, blacker box.
Don't get offended. Don't get offended.
Yes, please don't.
No. And if you do, none of us gave you that much power to be offended or any of that stuff. So God bless you all. It's going to be an interesting format show. It's going to be an interesting takeaway from my standard mid-morning Maduro. I don't like to think I'm very politically correct in it. I'm pretty direct. I always, keep it PG-13, family friendly. But
well, guess I'm out of here.
Yeah, but you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna bring it back to the man show concept, if you will. We're gonna talk about a lot of fun stuff. For those who don't know, Mike is an engineer who's a designer specializing in
Fire sprinkler systems.
He's actually very shy. He doesn't like looking up at y'all, and he talks like this. Fire sprinkler systems is what he does. He maintains us safe and warm and fuzzy when the fire breaks out. So it's good that we got Mike on our side.
Yep.
But he is a plethora of knowledge when it comes to all kinds of other stuff that I literally daze and confuse myself. Guns and cars and cars and guns and stuff with guns and cars. He's really good, and
save some for the rest of us.
and then this one over here, the Irish kid over here.
I'm a drunkard.
He's a wild drunk, I tell you. But great serviceman. You are a.
Well, I spent 6 years in the Marine Corps and just re-enlisted. Kind of taking a peek at what's going on over in Iraq. So
a real American hero, G.I. Joe is there. Background music, and maybe I've got to get that one from somewhere and just put it behind you as you're talking. I'm Seamus Tolley, and I re-enlisted because I want to serve America.
Yeah, bald eagles follow me.
Right.
I measure time in free birds.
That's awesome. So it's gonna be fun. This kid right here also has got a lot of good history. His dad, I've seen pictures of this old man. I shook his hand. Another great American guy. Built choppers and bikes and has a wealth of knowledge when it comes to that beautiful custom industry of making dreams come true when it comes to bikes and whatnot. You're in love with that because you just bought like 38 more motorcycles or something or other.
Yeah, I've got 3.5. One's in parts in the side of the shop. I'm working on building the bobber right now, and I've got 2 other Harleys. So
it's like a young pregnant mother. In 6 months, he'll give birth to the full half conceived one or something or other. But he's also a great avid gun person, and I keep telling him all the time. I don't think he had enough friends when he was a young kid. I mean, half the stuff that this kid comes out with, I'm like. Mind blown. No, and yeah, I'm going bald. If you guys have not noticed yet, I'm seriously going bald. Again, some of the not sponsors of this show. Here's another one. It is Gabby Caffey 1901 Cigars. Not a sponsor, but a great friend. Mm-hmm. So, what am I saying by when I'm saying not a sponsor and all this stuff? Well, none of us are getting paid for this. This is 3 good friends. We wanted to come together, smoke good cigars. Some of us have started our freaking cigars, and then he let me get a. I know I should have given you guys some warning. I apologize. I got an interesting thing. Have you guys ever walked into a place and said, I'm excited, I'm coming to this joint, they got exactly what I'm looking for, whether it's a car part or something, and they walk in, and you walk in, and you're expecting it to be there.
Right.
We don't have any, we ran out.
Hate that.
I'm like, what the hell kind of joint is this? When you're the biggest, baddest guy around town, you got to carry everything, and you got to understand that people want it, you got to have it. So, this was my backup. You guys may not be able to see this, but I'm going to go ahead and just, from here, tell you, this is the Arturo Fuente Añejo 888. It's basically a Lonsdale size. For those who don't know, it's a little bit shorter than a Lancero, and it's a little bit wider. So the Lancero typically is a 7 by 44, 7 by 42, depending upon construction. The Lonsdale size is roughly about a 6.5 by 48, so it is a little bit bigger. But I call this thing almost like a damn ninja spike, man. This thing is amazing.
Sure.
Bless you. Malaikum salam. We say that in my country a lot.
Yes.
Not really. No, not really. And for the gentleman who got bombed to smithereens over there by the U.S. people, yeah, what he said. Double ha. Sorry, not a good year for you. Much less a decade. Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, that works.
In the words of Tina Turner, welcome to the Thunderdome. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. So you didn't leave, buddy. But bless his heart. Bless his heart.
Neither of them left. There were two that were killed.
Oh, there was 2.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know either one of them, and, I'm an American. Yeah, I'm an American. It's funny, I heard something, and I wanted to get you guys your take on it before I go into the whole cigar thing again. I was watching a show the other day, because I'm addicted to Netflix and everything, and this French policewoman in the show, they were pursuing, Muslim terrorists, not saying anything bad, it was just part of the show criteria.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, it was Jack Ryan. This show is not sponsored by definitely Jack Ryan. His favorite show.
Right.
John Krasinski, if he was here, he'd probably get a hug from Seamus. John Krasinski's like, man, I'm telling you, he'd be getting hugs all around from you. Or some shit or other.
Something.
But she said, in France, you're not French Muslim, you're not French this, you're not French Spaniard, you are French. They don't add that second part to anything. And I thought to myself, here we have Irish American, we have African American, we have Cuban American, we have all these things. But I'm wondering, we're Americans. I mean, bottom line, I respect the heritage of everybody and wherever we come from, but maybe, just maybe, the letting go of one to represent the other a little bit stronger might unify us a little bit more. I could be wrong. I don't know. But it made me think what that policewoman said in that show, that for the French as well as for other countries in Europe, they don't add that extra part to it. If you emigrate and you become a citizen of that country, you are now that country. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Just some crazy talk here from a crazy Cuban.
Interesting idea.
I mean, you're proud of your heritage. I'm assuming that you're Irish and you drink a lot and all that stuff. And
I'm also from Florida, so take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, there's that.
Man from Florida. If you guys hear that, this could be the one right here.
Yeah.
You got German heritage as well,
yes.
And in the words of Colonel Klink,
hello.
I know nothing.
Very delicate Colonel Klink. I don't know if you guys remember the show Hogan's Heroes.
Yep.
Heil.
Yep.
Jesus, he could not be gayer if he tried. Bless his heart. Back to the cigar. So I went this morning to, not sponsored on this show, my local Casa de Monte Cristo place. Love the people there. They're absolutely fantastic. But I wanted to have the cigar of the year with these good brothers here. I wanted to smoke the what is it called? The Aging Room Nicaragua by AJ Fernandez. If you guys don't know who AJ Fernandez is, crawl out from under the rock if you're a cigar guy, because everybody knows who AJ is. One of the best blenders in the world. A man who comes, generationally speaking, from the industry, from Cuba. He's so connected in my world that, Jesus, he's like the godfather right now, or semi-godfather. Well, AJ, guess what? They did not have your cigar at Casa Monte Cristo. And notice I didn't say Rafael Nodal, who is a wonderful individual. He is the owner of Aging Room. But as far as I'm concerned, AJ Fernandez created the blend. Aging Room right now is distributed by Altares, which is the parent company for JR Cigars and all this other stuff. So I was really bothered. I mean, I looked at the management person and I said, how do you guys run out? She's like, I know. I can't imagine how it is that we run out. And I go, me neither. But that kind of sucks big time. So, she offered me a couple of the other cigars on the list. And I said, no, not interested in those. I wanted to smoke the number one on my pilot episode with the guys and just have some back and forth banter. One of the reasons I also keep saying, not sponsored or whatnot, but you guys can light up whenever the hell you guys want.
Well, I had a thing on.
And you didn't jump in anytime, man. Listen, just because I'm Cuban and I talk a lot.
Well, why don't you light yours and I'll talk about what I was going to say.
Oh, look at that. I like mine. So long story short, they didn't have it. I was pissed off. So I went with, in my opinion, my number one every year, which is anything by Arturo Fuente, and that's why I got this for these fellas, because they're awesome. They deserve great cigars, and they're my big brothers. Well, semi, because he's tiny and stuff like that. But anyways, these are like my big brothers right here. Love them dearly. So we're allowed to light this son bitch up and enjoy it. And yes, it's a little bit, more less PC. Just keep that in mind. But other than that, go.
All right. So what these two fellas are doing, they use a torch. I carry around a Bic most of the time, and he yells at me for it.
It's all right. Actually, I got a follow up for that one.
Right. Well, what I was going to do, you could either use a match or these little pieces of cedar that sometimes come with the cigar, or in the cigar shop they'll actually have like a little stand with cedar strips. And what that does is it just allows a cleaner way to light your cigar. So
this is awesome. I'm learning some stuff here, man.
Me too.
Go ahead.
Me too. I'm
no,
just making this up.
No, go ahead.
So if we don't burn the house down here.
Go ahead. It's only paper in the ashtray. What could happen?
I mean,
Jesus. Not sponsored by Casa de Monte Cristo or any of that stuff. There's a lot of people not sponsoring this. So, if stuff goes south, you're fine. You're not sponsoring anything. He just burned the tape. Oh, God. Oh,
We're letting
Jesus.
everything on fire.
Jesus, he's lighting everything on fire over there. Bless his heart. He's the young one of the group, We need one of those.
yeah.
Call me a millennial?
I'm calling him
Not quite.
something.
Not
I'm calling him
quite.
something. Man.
Close.
But he's pretty much. Have you ever lit a cigar? I know you're also fairly. I mean, you've been smoking cigars for a while, but
Yeah, for a little while.
but into like the whole more upscale stuff. I mean, have you ever lit it with a Bic? I mean,
I don't like the Bic because it's
a little
reminds me of-
chemical.
well, it's more of you got to draw it in.
Mm-hmm.
Rather with a torch, you can actually warm everything up first and then start to pull a drag and inhale and get the flavor that way.
Yeah, no, you're spot on. Actually, real quick, a fun one. Some years ago, some years ago, I felt very, very Yiddish or very, very Jewish there.
Oy.
Tell you what, gefilte fish, oive. Some years ago, I tell you, it's a wonderful thing. Some years ago,
Yeah.
I tell you, man, this is really not going to be a politically correct show ever.
We're getting canceled.
And yeah, it's all right. But I have a Jewish uncle. It's okay. I had the pleasure to sit. This was a while back, definitely about 10 years ago, with Pepin Garcia, the owner and the patriarch of My Father Cigars. That's the name of the company. Not that my dad had a cigar company. Say My Father Cigars, just because I was foolishly asked one day, "Oh my God, your dad has a cigar company?" I'm like, "No, you dumb sack of shit. It's the name of the brand." You know, it's,
Oh God.
all I can say is bless her heart, because it was a lovely young lady, and
Wait a minute, you're in the South. You got to say, bless her little heart.
yeah, dumb sack of shit. So I was there, and Pepin at the time took out a couple of cigars for some of us that were visiting with him. And I'm blessed to say that my family knew his family from back in the days on my dad's side. So when I was there, like a complete total douchebag, you know, with my fancy cutter doing this, and you know, my fancy lighter doing all of that, Pepin Garcia took a nip, like a little bite of the Le Bijou 1922, which was the #1 cigar of the year in 2015, if I'm not mistaken. And he proceeded to take out a, it's called Jeep, DJEEP. They're like lighters, just like a big lighter. And he just lit that thing with it and went to town on it. And I'm looking at him, and he goes to me, think about where you come from. Think about who you are, you know, your history, man. A big lighter is a luxury in Cuba. Anybody who's got a big lighter, man, they're doing something right. And we as Cubans, we are we come from a very poor country, and I mean, I remember seeing my dad, you know, buy his cigars, and he would use even the stovetop to light his cigars. So, you know, there's always that question of, you know, what is cigar etiquette, and what is the right way to do it, and what is the wrong way to do it. Personally speaking, if you do a cut that doesn't damage the cap, and you know, it really kind of gets you going the right way, and you're using, whether it's a big light or a spliff or a torch, you know, and you're not welding the cigar, because I've seen a bunch of you F-tards, you know, out there, like, you're like welding, you're like, zzz. I'm like, dude, relax, calm down, you're gonna be all right. I mean, and that's what it's all about. You know what the best way to do it is? How you do it. You know, it's how you do it, but just don't mangle the cigar.
Yeah, don't make it look like a dog chew.
You know, Jesus Christ. I think all of us, we all use the Calibri Deep V cut. You know, it's a great one right there. He's got his. I got my old, you know, one that's been around forever. This is mine. Mike's is a lot nicer.
Oh, that's mine.
Okay, so this is Mike's. There you go.
Mine's been through the ringer.
I got onto this Deep V cut by a good friend of mine, Bob the Cigar Guy, who is a real cigar reviewer. Again, not sponsored by Bob the Cigar Guy. So when he talks about a cigar, it's hilarious to watch him. But me personally, when I cut and light, you know, I like the Calibri Deep V cut. I'm usually, you know, when I'm toasting, I'm right here. This is about 3 to 4 inches away from it. And when I'm lighting, again, same story. 3, 4 inches away, you're just pulling the heat into the cigar. You're not looking to, you know, like I said, weld chunks. But yeah, I mean, that's not about the cigar etiquette. Just do it however you want to do it. Just don't look like an idiot doing it, you know.
And don't burn the house down.
And don't.
Yes, please don't.
Yeah, don't do that. That's wrong. Real quick, back to the cigar. You guys are liking it. I mean, you're not liking it. Again, this is not sponsored by Fuente, but I am very partial to the Fuentes because I love that family. But what do you guys think?
It's a really good cigar. Very smooth. Just sitting here trying to think to myself what kind of flavor notes I'm getting, and I mean, I definitely got some of the cedar as soon as I lit it up, and that's another thing with the little pieces of wood.
A little woodiness, a little woody.
Yeah, definitely. That's mainly what I'm getting. It's like a dark, almost like an oak kind of flavor from it.
I think it's a great cigar as usual. He always does good work, and I don't quite get the flavor notes he does, but that's probably from smoking years ago.
Well, that's because they're imaginary.
Well, that could be too.
Imaginary. It's all imaginary flavors.
It's a very smooth, relaxing smoke.
I think it's fantastic. I agree with both of what you guys. Now you mentioned oak, so The wrapper is a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper that is aged in oak cognac casks.
Nailed it.
Look at that. He nailed it.
You did some reading last night, didn't you?
I didn't even know we were smoking these today.
And you said smooth. So again, I'm going off of something. I'm looking at my little doohickey thing here. So
You got a cheat sheet.
interesting enough, I don't know if they caught it or not. Because even I'm having I'm having troubles reading because I'm damn blind as hell. One of the terminologies is smooth smoking, and you both pretty much said that.
Mm-hmm.
The oak, there it is, oak cognac casks. As I've always said, I'm not a reviewer. I usually get good tobacco, I get bad tobacco, and then I get some of the classics. I get that woodiness, from cedar or from whatever the heck it should be attached to when it comes to those wood flavors, if you will. I don't go around sucking on a piece of wood or any of that stuff. Hey, this is exciting. Let me suck on some cedar. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. No, I have no idea.
You can keep that now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, and I'm not doing that. So I get leathery taste. I am not biting down on no fucking leather. This is not that kind of show.
No, I don't know. I'm like you. I don't get those kind of flavor notes.
Although there is some great German stuff out there, Mike.
What kind of German stuff you want?
Great videos for $1.99.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Those were not supposed to come out.
Filmed in the dungeon.
Oh, look at this one.
Really? You gotta go there?
Yeah, look at that. I'm telling you, these two, they're not right.
Yeah, we were dribbled as kids.
Mm-hmm.
But, and it's funny. One of the neat things, and I don't mean this in a weird way, but here it comes. When I've read reviews, fellas, I don't mind maybe like I'm looking here as a it's like maybe a 4 or 5 sentence notes. I'm down with that. I can click on it.
Short, sweet, and to the point.
Yeah, there's some great people and bless their effing hearts. They write reviews in which they get juniper berries and mint juleps and a chocolate chip ice cream fudge, whatever the crap they're getting.
On that note,
please do tell.
So I was actually.
What are you getting? Are you getting chocolate chip ice cream?
No, I was smoking a cigar, and sometimes if it's a really good cigar, then I have one left, I'll use a pipe to finish it, and I know he does the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget what cigar it was, but I put it in the pipe, and I was smoking it, and I thought, freaking French toast. That's what I got. I was like, really? French toast?
Nice.
All right, we're going to go with that.
French toast. God, it couldn't be gayer if he tried right now. Anyways, and yes, again,
a little white flag.
Not PC. We're it's funny when a segue, when we play this game, which is not a sponsor, the rules I think are there is no PC, so no political correctness.
Right.
The HR office is officially closed.
Correct.
If you're offended, Susie, get out. And 3, laugh and have a good time. It's just a game. So
yeah.
I think actually this should be the benchmark by which a lot of people should talk and get to know each other and get along. I heard one time someone say, I have never given anybody that much power over me to be, offended by whatever they say.
Mm-hmm.
If some guy's saying some spewed off nonsense, one of the polite way to say it is, I don't think we got anything in common, so, I'm going to take off. I appreciate your point of view, and you walk away. You're going to be the smarter guy about that, and you're not going to go into a back and forth nonsensical BS diatribe with some idiot. Politically speaking, I've always said, I'm a conservative. I'm a bit of a right winger. But I'm middle of the road. I like to always talk to very informed, very educated left Democrat friends of mine, which I got no problem with that. That's why we have great friendships.
Yep.
We're able to come to the table, and the best expression is, you know what, I think we can agree to disagree. If we can agree to disagree and we're still best friends and laugh and have a smoke, awesome.
Great.
Shoot, that happened. That's fantastic. Back to the cigar, because it's a show about talking and having some fun, but it is also about the cigar. So one of the things that I was saying earlier about reviewers, too much, fellas, too worthy, too wordy, not worthy. You know, you're worthy. You are worthy, but too wordy sometimes. I look at some of these reviews and some of these people that supposedly are giving us their opinion and experience and knowledge to help us make those right choices, and I'm like, it's too much. I don't care.
Yeah.
Keep it simple. I do want to know stuff. I mean, I'll be honest. I do. I want to tell you guys this was launched 2014, so this is still a very new size in an older blend within what the Fuente people do. It's a brand new size that came out in 2014, so it's only just 6 years old. It's a beautiful smoke. It harkens back to what the Fuentes believe in. They don't rush the hands of time. It's corny, but it's literally their motto. The old man, Don Carlos, near and dear to me. When he passed away, I felt as if a best friend had passed away. And Carlito, his son, epitomizes exactly that. They don't put anything out unless it's ready to rock and roll. This, in my opinion, is a year that it sits. Just a wrapper. It sits a year inside of those cognac or cognac casks for a year. Can you imagine having to wait a year just so it's ready? And you're like, oh God, I hope it's ready. I hope it's going to come out good.
It's like looking at the oven, like just waiting for the timer to go off. Like,
and ding. And then you don't know, did I do it the right way?
Yep.
Because they're famous for even holding things back and not putting it out because it's not right. It didn't come out right.
Well, at the end of the day, it's his name.
Exactly.
Jesus, you guys have said one of the biggest gospels of this industry. It's true. Why are you going to put a name on something that is crapola?
Right.
You know, not too long ago, and I had this discussion early this morning, the Avo company did a marketing campaign that was, it was a little, I don't want to say shady, but it was just a little bit, more kind of like, let's see what happens. It's not a trick.
It was more of an experiment with the advertisement industry.
Yes. You know what? Thank God we got a real smart guy like Mike over here.
No, I just play one on TV.
I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express.
Well, that helps too.
And he's a Marine, so he's brilliant. I mean, Marines are all brilliant guys. So the interesting thing is, when they did that, they got chastised and destroyed because they played a trick. Really, they played a trick. Listen, let me stay quiet on how many bloody people in this industry who are big namers play tricks over and over and over on us, and we sit back and say, wow, that's a really good smoke,
Yeah.
I've never smoked this before. No, you F-tard, you have. Mm-hmm. It's under a different bring, under a different, whatever.
Yeah, they just don't tell anybody what they did.
I agree. Go ahead. You look like you're ready to just jump in, fist fighting.
So basically what happened is they got in trouble for being transparent, which is what everybody wants these days. Makes no dang sense.
No, they think they want that. They don't want that.
Okay, good point. They think they want that. Good point.
Some people will tell you what you want to hear, and some people tell you the truth.
Famous line. You can't handle the truth. I think it was a Marine who said that.
Well, no, he just played one in a movie.
Yeah, it was Jack Nicholson.
I think that's one of. I mean, he's just gone also a little bit on the south side of things.
Yeah.
I don't listen to Hollywood anymore.
Yeah.
I think they should just entertain me and then be it, and I'll take care of the rest.
I love you, Hollywood. Sponsored by Hollywood.
Yeah. Bunch of freaks. Because they're all in their
You were gonna say, bunch of what? I gotta say,
freaks.
A bunch of freaks. You bunch of freaks.
They don't live in a bubble. They have no idea what it's like to.
Bubble livers,
What? Everybody doesn't have a Ferrari?
Yeah.
How is that possible?
I tell you what, I am gonna do exactly what Lex Luthor did in Superman. I think it was 1 or 2. I'm gonna start buying land on Nevada's border with California. So when the big one hits, I'm gonna have oceanfront property.
There's a song about that too.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna buy land right on the Nevada desert, and when California just is swallowed, I'm gonna have oceanfront property. As he crosses fingers, like, yes, dude.
I know people that live in California, and I don't like them. So the sooner that place goes under, the happier I'll be.
And I got family in California. I might say, you need to get out. I'll give him 24 hours and say, you need to get out.
And here it comes.
Just get out. I saw the movie. It doesn't end well for you guys. It really doesn't.
Well, if you go by the Superman movie, it does end well because he Comes in the same.
No, I'm looking at my. Remember the one that was with John Cusack, that all of the Western Seaboard falls in or whatever.
Yeah,
Is that 2012? Is that 2012?
No, 2012 was when the world ended. Remember?
Yeah.
And then
And then they go to China, and the Chinese save us with their big arcs and stuff like that.
No, that was the same John Cusack movie you're talking about.
Yeah, that's
I don't know. I'm lost.
so. Anyways, in that movie,
we're way off in the
thank
weeds
you,
here.
Chinese. This show is sponsored by the Chinese. Domo arigato.
Mr. Roboto.
That's not Chinese.
No, Japanese.
You guys know what I meant. You know, you guys are all third cousins, anyways. Boy, was that not PC. That was really not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Really?
This is the pilot. And we're
Not really.
Okay.
Sorry. I mean, we're gonna really hit a lot of people here, a lot of things, you know. So it's okay. You know what could happen?
We're gonna make a lot of friends.
A lot of friends. A lot of friends will be made, or not. So
I'm gonna take the under on that one.
So listen, I don't know. I haven't said this, but you guys already know this. So here coming the plug. So plug number one is we got a great event coming up September the 24th here. Thanks to Facebook, who is also not sponsoring this. Those sacks of crap on Facebook. I can't share it the right way, so I'm gonna try to put it in the video, and hopefully, as you're watching this video, you're like, "Good God, Duncan has just lost it completely," and he's brought two lunatics with him along the way.
What the hell were we thinking?
GTO Cigars is doing an event here with the new rep, JT Norman. I don't know if you guys had the chance to meet him.
No, he's a great guy. I met him.
Super nice kid, young guy. Well, let me rephrase that. He looks young. He's 50. Looks like he's like 25. Tell you what, man. Bless his effing heart. Whatever he's doing, bottle that.
Shakes.
Yeah, bottle that shit and sell it, man.
Yeah.
But Oscar Rodriguez handpicked him, and Oscar, of course, is the owner of GTO Cigars, who is a great friend to the shop. And this year that just passed, I really want to say I couldn't have done it without the help of a lot of great guys. Like I said, Caffey is one of my big guys. I love Gabby Caffey. Even though he's not a sponsor of this show, I love Gabby Caffey. And if you're not smoking a Caffey, fuck is wrong with you? Same thing with Oscar Rodriguez GTO. If you haven't smoked GTO, fuck is wrong with you?
Great
You know,
cigar.
hail to the yes,
Yeah,
man.
I do love their painkiller.
That is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I like painkillers. You know what? Even their Connecticut's, that's not mild. I mean,
No, all of them are good.
it's a good full-bodied Connecticut, so you don't feel like a wuss, like a sissy. You know, I'm not gonna say what Bill Burr would say. What a fag! You know, I'm not gonna say that because that's wrong. People might get hurt. You know, feelings hurt or something. So you're not gonna feel that way if you smoke one of Oscar's Connecticut. It's gonna be a great Connecticut. His Corojos are awesome, and he is an all-in family like the Fuentes, man. They've been at it forever. He believes in what he does. So GTO Cigar, Friday the 24th, from 5 o'clock until we leave and whatnot. You're gonna tell all your biker buddies and stuff like that. You're gonna tell all your engineer, designer,
Anybody I can get.
you know, he'll be like, "Did you hear? There's a GTO cigar. You gotta go." You're like, "Who the hell are you? Why are you grabbing me in the middle of the street?" Well, you just gotta go. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You know, great
Same
beer
with
from
Florida
Red
something.
Buffalo. Have you guys tried that the double downtown?
The downtown Julie Brown, as I call it.
Yeah. Have you
The
tried
double
it?
brown, whatever the hell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
Dude,
That's pretty good.
9 point something,
9.2.
9.2. That's a hell of a damn good beer. So if you guys like a good stout with a ballsy kick to it, Red Buffalo, Joe Bondi, is that mother effer making a bad beer next door? I don't think so.
No, I don't think he's ever made
I
that
mean,
one.
Jesus criminy. From the get-go. You don't like his beers, do you?
Well, no, I'm not a beer guy.
He's not a beer guy.
By any stretch of the imagination. I drink whiskey like it's going out of style, okay? So, I mean, if I drink a beer, it's going to be one, maybe two, call me what you want. Probably going to be a light beer, I don't know, like Miller High Life or Reds or whatever. I drink Red Buffalo beer, I mean, all the time.
Yeah, the last time we were over there, you had 2 of those things.
I did. I actually had 2.
Not one, but 2. Sponsored by the number 2.
Yeah.
Today we are 2. Too many motherfuckers up in here. Anyway, so listen, this has been a crazy first episode. I don't know what's going to happen. hopefully you guys will like it.
Right.
Hopefully you guys will say, you know what, I really don't mind watching Duncan and Seamus, the Irishman, the real Irishman, and then Mike, the man, Striegel. Hi, you know. And listen, what can I tell you? I've been with you guys for years and years. I've always said this, that one of my monikers is the crazy Cuban. So it ain't going to get any saner. It might just get a lot more crazier. Hopefully we're going to get a mic. If you haven't heard, if we don't come across really, really clear, I'm sorry. You know, amp up the volume, Susie. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
We'll get a mic for here and look semi-professional. I got
How do we do that?
well, you know,
We're supposed to be professional?
we're gonna go with the terminology professional.
Okay.
We're gonna go with it, HR related. We want to make that we're HR and OSHA compliant.
HR's been locked out of the building.
Sons of bitches, all of them. Hey, listen, if you're an HR person, I love you.
Yes,
Actually, I know one. Her name is Drita Hyde. This show is not sponsored by Drita Hyde, but I love you, and you're awesome because you do work in HR. How you do it, you are a sainted woman, because if I was you, I'd be shooting people. Oh, dude, I'll tell you what. I'm telling you, how you work in HR nowadays, and then go out and try to be a normal human being. I'd shoot people. Remember that Michael Douglas movie that he goes nuts and goes around killing people?
Yeah, falling down.
Yes, that one.
Michael
You know the one that he just has a really, really bad day, and then he just gets guns and guns and guns.
Yeah, falling down.
Yeah, falling down. There you go.
Okay.
So that's how I always think. Like an HR person, it's at any minute Michael Douglas about to go nuts.
It's possible. It's possible.
That's called going postal.
Well, I know a lot of postal people that they've been given a lot better benefits and more money, and they're like, you know what, we can cope. We can cope.
Yeah.
HR, God bless you all. But it is what it is. So thank you very much, everybody. Honestly, if you like the show, stay tuned. Every Monday, this is going to be posted at around 11 o'clock, God willing, every Monday, like the mid-morning Maduro. We're no longer going to be doing the live. F to the live. Screw it.
Facebook screwed that up.
Yeah, Facebook. I mean, literally 3 months, because, I wasn't going to say it, but, because some sissy-ass,
Some
married, whatever, in some cigar group was offended because of the things that I said. Well, you know what? Be offended. You want to be influencers? Be offended. Like, I give a rat's ass about that. I love my cigar groups. They know that if I'm promoting them and if I'm posting on them, it's because I support them
Right.
and I love them. If somebody gets offended because I call you out, that's on you. That's on you. You know where I live. Let's come and have a conversation. I weigh 225. I'll still take you out outside. I go to the gym to run. That's all I do. I'm just to talk. That's all. I run fast.
No, you don't.
You're right, I don't. I run with a limp, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, they're catching up on me. That's why Michael Myers always catches everybody.
Yeah.
He walks, and everybody just gets caught.
Yeah.
But anyways, listen, the wrap-up is as follows. Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you, man. Whoever's even sitting through all of this, God bless you. Thank you for dealing with insanity.
Probably an HR person.
Probably an HR person.
Probably.
How many things can we get them for?
Yeah.
I mean,
Here's
it's
what
weird,
not to do.
So
I can see that now.
we got a lot of fun coming your way. We got cars, we got bikes, we got army stuff, we got guns, we got sprinkler things. I don't know why, but we may have sprinkler stuff or sprinkling things on you.
Well, you need the fire sprinkler so you don't burn your house down trying to light a cigar.
See, there you go. I knew the reason he was here. On behalf of all of us, we're gonna say thank you. We're going to say God bless you. And if you come back to watch again, you are an awesome, awesome person. And God help you.
Yeah, they'll be watching from the sideboard.
Take care. Have fun. And I'm going to go around and, disconnect this thing. So you guys can sit and talk amongst yourself like they do in those, news shows.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go around this way. You guys
Sure.
You do that.
Yeah.
Just
Have a good time.
No hugging or any of that stuff.
Oh, come on.
Man, could you believe Duncan? I couldn't.
No, I mean, really.